Okay, so I've repositioned my pins to make it easier for me to sew, and I have placed it. So that's what you do. Make sure the edge of your fabric is right by the edge of the guide. Take your stitches, 2, 3. Don't forget to hold your threads, and I am holding my thread that you can see. Back on that same point, and let's continue. You can see fabric right by the edge of the guide, pins not in the way. And then, of course, if I want to continue, I can just navigate this way, like that, just to have a straight line. And then I sew till I get to the end. At the end as well, I would reverse. And I am done. And there you have it, a perfect straight line. So for those of you who have issues with your tailors, who cannot sew straight lines, you need to invest in a seam guide or anything that they can use as a guide. You can see that is how you easily get your straight lines. Truth be told, with respect to perfect finishing, you need the right tools. A lot of us try to estimate or guesstimate or things like that. Once you have the right tools, you have your guide, you have your right needles, you have your right machine feed, you will not have a problem. And if you want to be convinced that it is a straight line, even though I know it's a straight line, let's use our ruler to measure it. You can see here, from your stitching, 1.5. Let me go to the middle. Here, 1.5. Let me go to the end here, 1.5. So, no doubt, it is a straight line right from the edge of the fabric. So now, the next thing I want to show you is how to sew a foot away. So in sewing a foot away, we will pin it a different way, right? I won't use my seam guide because that means my seam guide will be right beside my foot. You can do that actually if you want, but the issue would be the pinning, because then that means you need to pin right by this edge, since a foot away is about 0.6, and it would look really awkward. So what you would do is you would use the edge of your foot as a guide, in the edge of your machine foot, and in which case you will pin it this way, like that, at intervals. And then similarly, drop your foot. Make sure the edge of your foot is right by the edge of your fabric. Before you take your first stitch, take out your pin. Make sure you drop your foot, and then take your first stitch. Reverse, and then continue sewing, and then continue sewing right by the edge of your foot, like that. Before you get to your next pin, you pull it out, and then you straighten it out, like that. And you keep sewing right by the edge of your foot. Keep your eye here. Take that out, continue sewing. Reverse at the end. That is how to sew a foot away, and that you can see is exact from the edge. Remember that I worked based on the edge of the fabric. So your task obviously is to sew around until you learn how to perfect your stitching. You don't have to rush. Now, other two things we want to do is I want to show you how to pin and how to sew a dart.